Hello and welcome to the channel, Live the Mod Life. I'm Jennifer Abernethy, and if you are at midlife and beyond, this is your place. But also if you're younger, I'm finding a lot of the younger women like my content too, so stick around, see what you think. First I'm going to introduce you to what the channel is all about. How it got started. Back in 2018, I had recently gone through a divorce. I had been married for, I don't know, 26, 27 years, and I was home alone. My adult children were out of the house. I have two, son and daughter, and they were out of the house. My Boston Terrier of 15 years had just died, and it was quiet, and I was working. I do work full-time. I run a social media agency called Socially Delivered, and however, I have so many interests, and I couldn't find those interests in one spot. And I said, I want to put all those things in one spot. And I also want to meet other modern women that are into these things too. And so back in 2018, I put out there to my friends and just my email list, hey, if you're a modern woman at midlife and beyond, and you have all these interests and you want to continue to expand and explore possibilities for your life in your 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, and beyond that even, meet me up at Paul's Coffee Shop here at McLean, Virginia. Now I am filming this from Washington, D.C. metro area. I live about out my window. One of these days I'll show you. You can see the Washington Monument from my building. I'm very, very close to Washington, D.C. Anyway, so back in 2018, I put the note out there. It was Thanksgiving weekend, actually, 5 years ago. 1, 2, 3, actually 6 years ago that I put it out there. And do you know, 70 some odd women signed up. And so we had to move the coffee from the morning to the night so we could fit everyone in. And not that many people showed up, but I think we had about 26 or so. And it was so great. It was just everything I wanted. It was women from, Washington, D.C. is a very multicultural place. And so we had, it seemed like every country represented. We had black, we had white, we had Asian, we had Hispanic, we had Indian, we had a trans woman come. I mean, it was just absolutely fantastic. And so we were meeting in person and we kept doing it, and we still are. And now we have a website. It's www.Mod.Life. And we kept meeting. It just grew and grew and grew. And then obviously COVID stopped, and now we're starting to go back to in-person events. But I said, I'm gonna bring Mod.Life to YouTube because I'm looking for this content on YouTube and I'm not finding it. So in this channel, we're going to talk, I love fashion, so we're going to talk all things fashion. By the way, I got this at Banana over the weekend. It's a shorts, or it's not shorts, this is just a short mini skirt top, Banana Republic, 60% off. Very nice. But we're going to talk fashion. My goal is to get up to Fashion Week, and I want to blog for you or vlog for you and show you fashion for women at midlife and beyond. So we're going to do fashion. We are going to talk architecture. We are going to talk art. We are going to talk travel. I am a Francophile. I love all things French. So there's going to be a French component throughout. We are going to talk cooking. We are going to talk recipes. We're actually going to have dinner parties, and I'm going to bring you along to some of my new mod dinner parties, and I want you to be a virtual guest. And if you leave a comment, I might do a drawing. Well, I will do a drawing and invite you to come be a guest at one of our dinner parties. So leave a comment and actually tell me where you're from, because I am curious as to where people are viewing from, since there is no one in the room here and I'm sitting here by myself. I don't know who's on the other side. So anyways, we are going to talk trends, but not just fashion trends. We're going to talk business trends. I'm going to share with you, I'm a futurist. I can see trends in all shapes, sizes, and forms. And so we're going to talk about that. I'm going to introduce you to AI. What is it all about? How do we need to use it? I'm going to share tips on how to live your best mod life. We need to be talking health and wellness. A year and a half ago, took up boxing at 59. So I do boxing 3 to 4 times a week. So, and I'm going to take you along and show you that. Not punching people, just punching bags, but it's a great workout. Meditation, yoga, spirituality. I mean, just the whole shebang, you guys. Mod life. It's about living your best mod life, modern life with energy, with gusto, with vitality, but also with a vision for possibilities for yourself. That's really my mission, I feel, is to inspire you to take some of these ideas that I'm going to share on this channel and bring it to your own life and create your version of your best mod life. Not everyone's into fashion, not everyone is into art, but I might introduce you to a book or an author or that's going to inspire you to go down a new path with your life. So that's my goal. I'm going to go take you back a little bit. I grew up, went elementary school through high school in California. And the reason why I'm going back that far is because something I did when I was 10 years old has really been a theme that's woven through my life, even up until now. It was the summer of either 75 or 76, and I was with my friend Cindy. And by the way, Cindy, if you're out there, hello. Say hello. With my friend Cindy, and we were bored, and I was like, you know, I've got an idea. I know what we can do. Let's try to get into the Guinness Book World Records. And so, of course, back in the 70s, I thought everyone wanted to get into the Guinness Book World Records. That was, 10, 11 years old, 12 years old. And I know I did. And so I said, we're going to create the world's longest paperclip chain. And so we spent weeks going to neighbors' houses and collecting paper clips from the neighbors, telling them what we were doing. And we did create a really, really long paperclip chain. And so we linked and we clipped and we linked and we clipped. And when I was done, I ran into my house and I said, Mom, I got to get the word to Mr. Guinness so we can get to the Guinness Book World Records. And she said, well, you're going to have to let someone know about it. And so I went just instinctively to the Yellow Pages, back then, Yellow Pages, and I called the local newspaper, and a reporter came out and interviewed us and took a picture. And that's how I've got this picture to share with you of me and Cindy creating this paperclip chain. Well, fast forward, then I majored in communications. I wanted to be a journalist, and I got a job at the Washington Post. I did a little internship at NBC here in Washington, D.C. And I decided at that time it was maybe a little bit too cutthroat for me. The news at that time, I was just a little bit too, intimidated by the newsroom and the people. And so I said, let me go to another outlet of journalism, which is print. And so I worked on my college paper, and I got a job out of college at the Washington Post, and I stayed there for almost 14 years. And so at the Washington Post, I was linking advertisers to the public and vice versa, the public to my clients who were advertisers. And I worked as a national advertising executive for the Washington Post for 14 years. And it was a ton of fun. But I saw the writing on the wall that this thing called the internet was happening in a .com world, and I actually literally could see the traffic reversing here in Washington. Instead of everyone driving downtown, they were all going out to the suburbs, to these startups, .com startups, and this was in 2000. So I worked in the .com area, and when I did that, I was an account executive, and I was linking people to learning. Online learning, and I did that for 7 years, and I was really, really successful, but I have to say, I was miserable. I was making so much money, and I was so miserable. And I decided that I wanted to be an entrepreneur, and the impetus to that, and we're going to do a whole episode on this, but the impetus to that was one of the vice president. I did the company's largest cash transaction, and I watched not all the men in the company who were above me showing me their plans for their custom homes that were being built. And I was thinking, I don't have a custom home, and I'm running around like crazy, working my tail off, and I just wasn't making the money that they were making, but I was bringing in the money. And so I decided to take a risk on myself and start my own business. And so in 2000, when did I leave? 2006, I left corporate. And I launched a business called The Sales Lounge, which is still, I think there's still a site out there for it. And it was sales training, but in a hip and fun way. And it was a lot of fun. But I quickly discovered, and this is 2007 now, that this thing called Facebook and social media was coming quick. Again, I'm a futurist. I can see trends. And so I turned to this thing called Facebook, and I created a profile. Keep in mind, there were no books out on the topic. No one that I knew was on it. And I got on it, and I created a profile, and I said, hey, if you're looking for sales training, business development support, I can help you. And within 48 hours, I heard from 2 people. One was from Canada, and the other one was from California. And I'm here in the DC area, and I thought, oh my gosh, I reached these people 3,000 miles away with no money. No money. I was running out of money, and I knew if I didn't start getting clients in, I was going to have to go work for somebody else. So long story short, the sales lounge took off, and I got discovered on social media. People saw me, they saw that I was doing sales tips, they saw that I was doing this on the social media, and someone saw me and recommended me to a literary agent, and that led me to, I will share with you, I wrote 2 books with Penguin Random House, and these are the Idiot's Guides to Social Media Marketing, which I'm very proud of. I mean, this is a long time ago. This is 2009 and 2012, I believe. But almost 400 pages books. I had to write it in 4 months. But it was such a huge opportunity, and you know, it nearly killed me, but I did it, and it took me to the national stage, and I became, you know, national speaker, and I got to know so many people. And then in 2012, I announced the launch, or 2011, I announced the launch of Socially Delivered, because all my clients, I started teaching social media. I was teaching and teaching and teaching social media, but people kept saying, will you do it for me? And so I launched my agency, Socially Delivered, in 2011, and we're still around. It's almost 2025 now, and I'm really proud of that. And, you know, it's just been a journey, but with this Mod.Life, I'm really preparing for my next act. And so if you go to our Socially Delivered site, you'll see I'm merging Socially Delivered with Mod.Life. And we're taking our clients who want to reach the modern woman at midlife and beyond, and helping them with their digital. We're always looking for women to be a part of our focus groups for our clients. So if you're interested in that, you know, let me know. And we're growing it. We're growing it. So I was linking people, teaching them with social media. I was teaching them how to link their businesses and their professional self to clients out there. And so again, that theme of linking, linking, linking has been consistent. And so now I want to link you to possibilities for yourself. At the end of the day, I really do feel that that's my mission in life. I want to link you to possibilities for yourself. I'm going to introduce you to new ways, new things. I'm going to introduce you to new people. I'm going to introduce you to trends, books, products, services, and eventually I want to have, you know, other people on here with me, and we can have conversations so you can learn. But more importantly, as you're relaxing at home and you're watching this, I want you to be, I like that word, infotained. I want to give you information, but in an entertaining way that is going to make your life better. And that's my goal with every episode. So, so we're going to have a lot of fun here. I hope that you subscribe. And again, tell me in the comments where you're from. I'd love to pick 1 or 2 of you to join us at one of our future dinner parties. And I want to share something with you. I was organizing and cleaning this weekend, and I came across one of the original, this is from the 70s, my name bracelet. I don't know if you can see it here. It says Jennifer. Where's the camera? There it is. Jennifer, it's from the 70s. I found it. I was so excited. And I know they're back now, but in a more modern way. But this is the original, people, the original. Anyway, I am thrilled to be here, glad to be doing it. Now I know what to do to tell my clients when setting up a channel. I'm happy you're here. Let me know where you're from, and we'll see you on the next episode. Thanks for being here, and stay mod.